Oh, what a beautiful day to not be working on this thing. Wow, it is still taken apart and in pieces. Hello and welcome to this video where I show you how to take apart that bumper skin and replace it with that bumper skin. Cars, aren't they? Now, it's actually a pretty basic job, very simple, and I'll go over the tools. Now, this bumper skin is in perfect condition, absolutely nothing wrong. But for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and take it off and replace it with that one. Now, tools are very basic. You need a Phillips and a flat screwdriver, some side cutters, really get in there, and some needle nose. You need the side cutters to get at those. You need the Phillips or star to get at those, and of course, if you have one of these, you can switch it to flat to do some prying. And if you're at a junkyard getting your bumper, you might as well get extra hardware. Now, I already have this all on the car, but you may not, depending on how bad and broken your bumper is. You might have lost all that stuff when it got ripped off. For example, these things here, you don't have to worry about, but I'll show you all that. Let's get started. First thing you need to do is pop the trunk, open that bad boy up, and you'll see here some fasteners. Go ahead and take those off. Then you'll get in behind, remove those little nuts. They may look like this or have some sort of threading. You take them off, peel this back, and you have access to the rear tail lights. And now would be a good time to get some extra bulbs from the junkyard, because if you have any burnt out bulbs in your taillight system, there's a total of 4, now's the time to replace them. So once all 3 of those are out, you can come back here, slide your taillight. There's a little tab on the bottom side of this. Get yourself a nice flat there. And just pry at it. Just gently, and that comes out. If you're missing the blue rubber piece, just take the one from the junkyard. They slide right off. And you can keep that thing watertight. Okay, and now that you have those out, you'll see a couple of these. You'll see 4 screws, 2 on each side, 1, 2, and they're Phillips. So go ahead and remove those, and while you're at it, remove these. On the junkyard car, it was ones that you pop up and pull out, but on this car, a little bit different style. So just get in there however you can. If you care about your paint, you might not want to be scuffing it like me. But this bumper is trash, so there we go. Just get a pair of side cutters in there, try not to squeeze, and just yank up. And there you go. Oh, I guess that broke off. Save these, you never know when you're gonna need them. Now moving on over to the tire side, there's a couple more screws. One up here, Phillips, and one down here. If you can't get in there with your screwdriver because your tire's in the way, either you take the tire off, or you can just get your hand down here and yank a little bit, and that way it'll give you some clearance to get in there. Okay, if you've come this far and those ones are out, and those ones are out, and those ones are out, then you're basically done. All you have to do now is crawl under the car with your side cutters and needle nose and yank out 4 of these things, and they're pretty easy. And then after that, it's all about ripping that thing off, and that is very, very easy. Okay, it's a bit of a tight squeeze under here. You'll see them immediately. There's 4. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, yeah. And you get your side cutters in there so you can grip it. Okay. And you put a little bit of a pressure, and you sort of rock it like that, fulcrum. And then once they're out a little bit, you take your less lethal needle nose, and you can just yank that right out just like that. Just do that to all 4, and then the bumper comes right out. Okay, so now there are 2 ways you can go about this. You have everything off. Way 1, realize that you don't have everything off, and peek under there. It's impossible to see, I'll show you after, and remove 2 10mm bolts. Way 2, and the easier way in my opinion, just start yanking. Check this out. So if you just get under there, start yanking, you'll see that it's coming loose. So you pull sort of this way and back, and the whole thing is coming out. Now I'll just pop over to the other side. Pull this way. Okay, and back. Whole thing came right out just like that. And now it just comes off. Oh, and one more thing. When you're pulling out the bumper, you'll see this wire back here. It's the only thing holding this in. And that's just to illuminate the license plate. You turn it a little bit counterclockwise, you'll feel it click, and boom, just like that. Now's a good time to inspect that thing. Now the bumper will just come free. Okay, now putting on the new bumper is basically just as easy. It just sort of clips in, slides in place, then you gotta put all the fasteners on. But let me go over a couple things. Remember these? Yeah, so they're those, right there on the car. Now the bumper slides over top, this part here, sort of a little bit of a lip, see? That slides in this channel. And I tried this at the junkyard. You can just slide it in, be done with it. But if for whatever reason you can't, or you broke these on your car, there are just behind here 2 10mm bolts. One here, and I guess one that's hidden. And this thing is designed, once you remove those 10mm bolts, to just slide out. You don't even have to remove this, to be honest, unless it's really, really tight. You just loosen it off a bit, and this will just slide right out. And also, don't pull a dumb like me. On the other side, this thing is broken, and that's sort of holding the bumper together. So if yours is broken like mine and completely missing, you might want to get one from a junkyard. Okay. Connect that light. Just clicks in like that. Now over here, I just sort of line up the corner, or the edge, I guess, and sort of should just slide right in. Something like that. We'll go to the other side. There we go. And there we go, just like that, basically done. Now all you have to do is make sure your headlight thing is up there, your tail light thing, connector, and I'll fasten everything back up. Just for reference, these are the larger ones we pulled out from the bottom and everywhere else. And these are the smaller ones that I pulled out from the junkyard, and they just slide in there nice and perfect. And there we go, out with the old and in with the new. That looks so much better. And it's clean on both sides. Goodbye, old junker.